Click subscribe for update video every day.
You've likely come across Msi's GS60 if you've shopped for gaming laptops in the last 10 years. Despite minor changes each year, the look remains the same, a thin, black chassis with a colorful SteelSeries keyboard and whatever NVIDIA discrete graphics option is trendy. But this time felt a little different. Intel's mobile CPU offerings are more power efficient than ever, and NVIDIA's mobile line performs very similarly to the desktop chips. That could mean a bigger leap forward than normal for this year's edition, which is just under 7/10 of an inch thick. To that end, MSI has picked the Intel Core i7-6700HQ, paired up with 16 GB of RAM and a GTX 1060 for gaming. For storage, you'll find a 256 GB SSD and a 1 TB HDD, and a 1080p screen, with a $1,700 MSRP that often falls closer to $1,550. Is this the year the GS60 finally rises from evergreen option to true competitor? MSI's GS63vr might look familiar. If it does, it's because MSI builds these enclosures in-house, and then licenses them out to other manufacturers for rebranding. It's a bland affair, but the bright side is a lower chassis that feels sturdy and svelte. Whether tucked under your arm or out in a meeting, turn off the RGB keys, and no one would guess you're using a gaming laptop. The screen is a different story. It's slightly flimsy, bending and curving a bit when you open or close the lid. MSI's logo at the center of the screen on the bottom bezel is even worse, flexing dramatically at the slightest touch. It's not an uncommon problem for smaller systems, although most higher-end models avoid it. Strangely, the MSI has a fuzzy bottom, no joke. The underside is coated in a thin fabric. This is a design choice we're not clear on. Theoretically, this helps keep any heat from radiating as badly into the user's lap. It never seemed to get too hot around the bottom, so if that was the goal, it works as intended. It also keeps an otherwise slick laptop from sliding around on a desktop much. Although most systems accomplish the same without getting warm and fuzzy, what the MSI lacks in looks, it makes up for with a healthy number of wired connections. Up the left side, you'll find 3 5mm audio in and out, a full-sized SD card slot, Ethernet, and 3